All right, we are recording, so this will inevitably, why am I stroking out right now? Inevitably find its way to YouTube. Puff says, hi, YouTube. Everyone say hi to YouTube, because this will find its way onto YouTube. This is going to be a Friday the 13th collective. Let's see what you guys need to hear. Let's see what's going on. As I said that, my Discord just went completely dark. That's great. Lower this a little bit as well. I feel like YouTube is like my child. I'm like, everyone say hi to YouTube. I can't. Cards are flying. Interesting. Okay. The cards have something to say and y'all are not gonna like it. That I know for sure. Oh. Okay. Let's dive in, y'all. Let's talk about this. Oh my god. Bottom of the deck is our challenge. Represents what we're not seeing, what we're not looking at. Nine of Swords right off the bat. Love that. We've got the 9 of Swords, the 10 of Wands, the 6 of Wands, and the 7 of Wands. For a lot of you guys, like, the challenge here is, we're going to be talking more about it in the actual reading, like outside of just the challenge, but this is about like needing to take off the mom hat. Like, a lot of you always have the mom hat on. You're always taking care of other people. And so as a result of it, I'm hearing like your responsibilities have kind of like hit the wayside, or like they've fallen to the wayside a little bit. And so some of you are now in this place of like recuperating your energy that you've been giving out very freely and very like indiscriminately, because you need it for yourself. You know, Ace of Swords in the challenge as well. This is like a tough talk you have to have with yourself. You know, it's very much like I'm giving out everything to everyone else and I have nothing left for me. And now I feel like some of you are like, the way my guys are saying this is like, uh-oh, the consequences of my own actions. Some of you could be running into burnout now because you're like, oh, well, like, I did all this stuff to make everyone else successful, but who's looking out for me? 9 of Swords. You know? Okay, so let's talk about it. You start with the 2 of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. I'm going to say something really mean. I don't know who needs to hear it. You don't have to take care of other people to be worthy of being around. I feel like I should hide my face with that one. A lot of you guys are sitting in this energy of like, oh, I'm going to take care of every single person around me because that's how I'm going to show that I am worthy of like having friends, of being spoken to, of being in the circle here. There's a lot here of like, a lot of you guys are dealing with, the way my guys are saying this is kind of funny. It's like the middle school mean girl wound. Like, a lot of you are still in this place of like, oh, I need to earn my seat at the lunch table. And I feel like that's what's causing you to always have the mom hat on, you know, because you're always trying to prove to everyone, but really you're not trying to prove it to everyone. You're trying to prove it to you. You know, that's literally how this is coming through. It's like you want so badly for people to view you as worthy, but why aren't you viewing yourself as worthy? Why are we not like carving out a space for ourselves at the table? Why are we even at a table where other people don't want us? Is the better question here. Okay, with the 5 of Cups here and the Page of Pentacles, for a lot of you this is like connected to a childhood wound that has to do with like your worth was dependent on, the way my guides are giving this to me is results. Like, you were only as worthy as your results were. Results is a really wide term, right? Like, we could be talking about the results of a test. We could be talking about results of, you know, like in my family, weight loss results, like makeup results. It's a really wide term, but I feel like it's a good term for you guys in this scenario because, like, the way my guys are saying this to me is it showcases like the heartlessness of the family dynamic, because it's not about love anymore, or at least it wasn't when you were growing up. It was about, well, what can you produce? You know, what result can you show me? Like, how fast can you run the mile? How good at math are you? You know, it was like your family focused a lot on results here, I'm hearing. I'm gonna get another deck because I want to delve into this. This is a tough one, guys. Five of Pentacles. Yeah, some of you, like, it made you almost feel cursed, is like the way that this is coming through. Like, some of you, when you were younger, you were just like, oh, well, it's just destined. Like, bad things are just destined to happen to me. And I feel like Arrow said I wanted to show up for the tea, not drink it. You know, I feel like some of y'all had this, again, the word curse is coming through here. Like, it's like you believed that you were cursed, or you believed that, like, this was your curse in this life, that, like, you'll never be good enough, or you'll never get the results that make you worthy. But it's like, I feel like this is a larger lesson for you guys of, like, needing to see why the mom hat is on. This is less about, yes, of course, we need to deconstruct those childhood wounds, but this is also like, those childhood wounds have turned into the overcompensation of the mother energy. And that's where this is kind of coming in. Because in your clarifying row, you've got the Six of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune. Babe, how can you ever move forward if nothing in your world ever changes? How can we ever expect a different outcome if we keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over again? You know, a lot of you guys are like, okay, Six of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, like, where's the newness? Where's the next thing? Like, I'm ready for the next cycle to begin, but then you don't close down the old cycle. You let it continue to play. It's like leaving a movie on, you know, like if I'm in the living room, I'm pointing over there because my living room is across from me. You know, if I'm in the living room watching a movie and leave it on, and then I want to go put a new movie on, I have to first turn off the old movie to then put the new movie on. A lot of y'all are just not turning the movie off. You're just letting it play. And it's almost like this kind of like incessant background noise is how my guides are saying it. That's almost like what it's become. You know, it kind of reminds me of like, I hit a point in my own healing journey with my own family and like my own upbringing of like body dysmorphia and eating disorders, where I was like, all right, like, I'm just fucking tired of being mean to myself. Like, I'm sick of it. Like, why do I have to keep doing this? Why am I continuing to participate in a cycle of being mean to myself? Like, you eventually are going to hit that point of exhaustion and that point of like, I just don't want to do this anymore. And I feel like some of y'all are there because your last two cards are the King of Cups and the Devil. You know, I feel like some of y'all, the way my guides are saying this to me is so cunty. It's like you think that there's like a Da Vinci Code here that you need to solve to make it better, when really there is no, what is that called? A skeleton key? Like a skeleton key is like a key that opens any chest or lock. You know, there is no skeleton key here. There is no answer to there is no one answer for everything. You know, I get that some of you are exhausted because healing is exhausting, but you also can't go into it expecting to heal one thing and have it trickle over and then heal everything else by that one thing. You know, like I said, there is no skeleton key here. Right? I literally thought of you today, Greedy. That's so funny you popped in. What I feel like a lot of you are not realizing as well, like something that is again an extension of the mother hat that you're not being able to take off right now, is the hyper independence. And I know we talk about that a lot, but this is like specifically hyper independence of like, well, I can't trust anyone else. It's like trust issues that you're kind of masquerading as hyper independence, but they're kind of like intertwined here. You know, it feels like with the Hermit and the Seven of Pentacles here, with the Four of Cups and the Seven of Wands in the reverse, you always have the mom hat on because you never trust anyone else to take care of you. or take care of anyone else for that matter. You know, it's a lot of like micromanaging energy here as well. Like I need to micromanage everything, which is why the mom hat is always on, because I have to make sure that what happened to me never happens to me again. Do you see what I mean here? Like it's like control issues with the abandonment issues combined with everything else that we just talked about that create this illusion of hyper independence, but it's really so many other issues, like it's so much more complex than just being like, oh, well, I'm hyper independent. You know, it's so much more embroiled than that. Need a little bit more, please. Yeah, Knight of Wands. It's like some of y'all need to break the cycle. Yeah, some of y'all need to break the cycle of like not dealing with yourself with care. You know, I feel like with the Knight of Wands here and the Ace of Wands, some of y'all are just it's almost like if your parent was a bully, you then became a bully and you just are repeating a cycle of bullying because you're not handling yourself with care. You're not being kind. You're not being compassionate. You're just kind of like, well, this is what I know, so I'm just going to keep doing it. And I feel like that's where a lot of this sort of exhaustion that's here comes from. But also the like negligence of like, I don't want to do the work because it's like, again, it's just so much. Like, it's like overwhelming. The way my guides are giving this to me is like, let's say you do, you know, have you guys ever like not done your dishes for like a week, you know, and then you're like, oh fuck, I have no forks, I have no spoons, and the only utensil I have left is a spork. You know, it's kind of like that energy. Like, I feel like a lot of y'all put off a lot of healing for like a very long time. So now it's like, oh, well, now I'm overwhelmed because I have all these years of healing to do. I have all this trauma that's piled up in front of me. You don't have to tackle it all at once, babe. Start picking what is the best area for you to start, and then start going in that direction. Like, I feel like some of y'all are really stubborn, but you're like, well, if I can't do it all at once, I'm not going to do it. Babe, how's that helping you? It's literally not helping you, quite frankly, at all. You know? And I feel like that's a big point that my guides are making for you guys here. I can't make it up. The devil twice. Like, this is literally, I looked at the devil and then I split the deck on the devil. This is like a really bad cycle for you. This is like a really like repetitive, I almost want to say self-hating cycle as well. But, okay. Let's get you an oracle. Let's get you some oracle advice. I'm going to put my cards away because I am trying to foster better habits for myself where I don't leave my cards out because I don't like a cluttered desk. So I clean them up as soon as I'm done with them. Arrow said, I'm lighting a candle. So funny. Okay. Let's see what your advice is. Right? Like, I also love a clean desk. Okay. What's the advice for this collective, please? Advice, please. Amanda, please. Advice, please. Thank you. Interesting. Interesting. You guys got the Builder. Soufflatus. The Builder. Let's read it. The advice is pray, Arrow said. The number is 85 for those of us that are curious about numbers. But all right. What we create can define us more than any other choice. You may have a chance to create something new, something that will leave your mark upon the landscape. Allow yourself to be bold enough to let inspiration guide your hand. The results will affect people beyond your reach. I feel like this is going to be very specific. I mean, really, it's not as specific as I think it is because I forget that a lot of you are moms, but that kind of speaks to the motherhood thing again for me. Is like almost what that card is giving me. The more healing you guys actively do, the more healing you pass on to the generation underneath you, to your own children, to the people, you know, and that's not just your own children, but like their friends, the people in the age group below them, you know? I feel like some of y'all need to remember that the more you heal, the more actively it helps the people around you and not just solely you, okay? All right, y'all. I will leave the collective there for you guys. I think you got actively beaten up enough today. If you are watching this on YouTube, I stream 3 days a week here on Twitch. Come check us out. We have a lovely community. We have a Discord that you can join as well. We're just a lot of fun. I am here Wednesdays, Fridays from 6 to 8 p.m. EST, as well as Saturdays from 4 to 6 p.m. EST as well. So I hope to see you one day here on Twitch. But if I don't, I will see you on the next video on YouTube, okay? Bye.